Welcome to today's edition of Lean Talk. Special thanks to our sponsor EMS Consulting Group and our returning guest from London, the UK's favorite lean guru, Raffy Lee. My name is Lucy B. Lean.
Lucy, it's an honor to be back on the show a third time. On this trip I've been spending time at Balboa Park enjoying the world-famous San Diego Zoo and museums.
That's great. I'm glad you're having an enjoyable time here in the States. It's an honor to have you on the show again. As you know, I will be asking a series of questions related to leadership and lean or operational excellence. Last time you gave us some great information on problem solving. I understand you're quite the expert on value stream mapping. Can you begin with an overview of what VSM is and when to use it?
Of course. Value stream mapping is a methodology for developing an improvement plan for a product or service line. VSM was introduced by Mike Rother and John Shook in their classic workbook Learning to See, originally published in 1998. It is used to identify and then work toward a future state following the A3 problem-solving approach we discussed last time. Value stream mapping can be used for analyzing and improving product order fulfillment, product development, software services, insurance services, etc. In general, when we talk about value stream mapping, we are talking about our core product or service lines. However, value stream mapping can also be used for support processes within a facility. For example, we might create a value stream map for facility service requests within an organization. That would involve an internal customer requesting service to be performed by the facilities and maintenance department. There would be a timeline from request to fulfillment.
Great introduction. Very well explained. Can you talk about how you would go about selecting a value stream to map and then who would be involved in the process?
Certainly. There is a lot of confusion about this topic, isn't there? Let's talk about a core product or service line. Let's imagine a company has several product lines, but it has determined that the one highest growth product line is where it would like to begin. This might be part of a strategic plan to grow this line's sales and then develop enough capacity to meet the growth. A team would be selected that would include key managers from each of the departments and functions involved. This might be sales, customer service, purchasing, production planning, production, and shipping.
Interesting. So, is it typically the case that a VSM activity involves mostly managers? Isn't Kaizen supposed to be done by the frontline employees?
When you are mapping a VSM, you are going to be making strategic decisions about the future state. However, you are not going to actually be getting your hands dirty determining how to make these improvements. That's where Kaizen comes in. Managers need to set the direction and targets. This can be done with VSM. Actually determining the details and implementing the changes needs to be driven by the front lines.
Thanks. That clears some things up. Do you have an example of what a target might be?
Absolutely. Let's use perhaps one of the greatest CEOs in lean history, Art Byrne. At Wiremold, Art gave the injection molding department a target for machine setup of 10 minutes or less. He didn't tell them how to do it, but he gave them all of the resources and support to make it happen. Reduction of changeover is one example of something that might be determined as a needed target through VSM. The idea behind VSM is to determine what are the most important Kaizen targets to achieve the future state vision.
That's great stuff. Now what about value stream mapping at a low level? Is that even a thing? Or is that process mapping?
It depends on whom you ask. My opinion is that value stream maps that address an internal service rather than core value streams are still VSMs. They are still very useful. The people you would include in such an activity need to represent the functions involved as well. However, sometimes the line gets blurred between VSM and Kaizen in this case. In this case, the team might have more lower-level involvement, but it is still VSM, just at a different level. What makes it VSM is that we are analyzing a timeline from order or request to fulfillment and then designing the future state.
Raffy, thanks so much. I really enjoyed that exchange, and there is much more to talk about, but we're out of time for today. We're going to invite you back soon to talk more about VSM. So, folks, that's our show for today.